Hey guys, Heather here, doing something a little different this time. I put my Christmas tree up this morning, so I thought shoot a video in front of it. I hope that the lights don't have some weird whatever with the video and that it doesn't bother you guys that they're on. I would say let me know, but it's not gonna do anything. So yeah, I love my Christmas tree. Got it last year, and it was the first Christmas tree my husband and I have had together in the first year of living in our new house. Let's see what else. Hope you guys' Thanksgiving was good, everybody that celebrates. We went out. We normally do. We normally go out for Thanksgiving because the family we have here, there are two people that have houses big enough to accommodate like a party. So it's my husband and I and my brother and sister-in-law. But we have some crazy like family stuff. Like if I were to tell you about it, you guys would be like, no, that's complete, you're lying. There's no way that happened, but I won't get into that here. Every family has their own little crazy something, but Christmas is always at my brother and sister-in-law's house because my sister-in-law's family comes over to their house, and because of the situation that has happened in our family, we wouldn't exactly be asking them over to our house. So I'll just leave that at that. So when it comes to Thanksgiving, instead of sticking my sister-in-law with 2 holidays to deal with at their house in like a month span, we just choose to go out. It's easier on everybody. I mean, you go out, you eat, you're done for the day. Like there's no cleaning up, there's no cooking a turkey for 12 hours. So you're done. We went to this place called Pantages. It's actually like a wedding venue, and we went and looked at it when we were looking for wedding venues 2 years ago, and it just wasn't for us. I mean, it was a very nice place. The place is very nice, but it's very dark. Everything is wood, which normally I really like, but it's like dark wood. Like, to look at it, you can tell that it hasn't been updated in a few years. And what's funny is a cousin of my husband's got married there in like the early 90s. And then my husband's best friend got married there like 8 or 9 years ago. And I, hand to God, in my aunt's house and in my husband's best friend's house, they have the same exact picture. 2 different couples, same exact picture in this same exact place. No change at all in the decor, nothing in this wedding venue. So I was like, not for us, but still, the food was very good. Previously, the 2 years prior to this Thanksgiving, we had gone to a winery in South Jersey, and it was like an hour and a half away. It was just too far to travel on a holiday. So luckily we found someplace closer to us, and the food was actually better at this place. I didn't really care for the food at the other place we went to. So to me, it really didn't make it worth it to travel all that way and then eat not so great food and then have to come all the way back home. So Black Friday, I do not participate in Black Friday in the aspect of going out, especially in New Jersey. No, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. So I've never partaken in Black Friday. Even when I lived back home in Ohio, where there's like traffic is a non-existent word, I still never went out. It was still too many people for me, even back then. So yeah, I just don't. I do the Cyber Monday, the Small Business Saturday, I mean, I'll partake in the Black Friday deals, but I am not going out and fighting that mob out there. It's not happening. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I know that I got into like a paranormal type subject in my last video. I'm gonna do that again at the end of this video, but I'm gonna save it for people who aren't interested in that kind of thing. So if you're not interested in that, I'm saving it till the end so you don't have to hear it if you don't want to. So, okay. Since I've talked to you last, I actually had a start and a finish. A start and a finish on the same project. There we go. So my start and my finish was Cloud's Factory's A Christmas Story. And here it is. It's a little closer, you guys can see that a little better. So it says, "You'll shoot your eye out" in the middle. I pretty much stuck to the pattern with everything except for the leg lamp. There was something in the pattern. I just didn't like how the leg was shaped. It just didn't look right to me. So I kind of converted that pattern, but I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I changed though. Yeah. Yep, that's the only thing I changed. I just didn't like how that leg looked, so. One more time. This is my all-time favorite Christmas movie. I have been watching the marathon. The marathon originally was only on TBS or TNT. Originally it was only on one of them, and then the other one chimed in and decided, hey, that's a good idea. We're gonna do the same thing. So both of them now show a 24-hour marathon of A Christmas Story starting at 8 o'clock every Christmas Eve. And I can literally remember being like 12 years old when this started, and I've watched it every year that they've done it. My husband hates it. He's ready to choke me by the end of it. But it never gets old to me. But the thing is, I own the movie, and I might watch it once before this marathon happens, but I literally save it until the marathon, and then I just watch the marathon, and it's basically my fix for the whole year, so I don't touch the movie again for another year. But yeah, my husband's just like, he'll watch it once, and then he's like, really, we have to watch this all day? Yeah, he hates me on that day, but you know what? It's one time a year. Deal with it. Okay, so that was my start and my finish. I also started Yuletide Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. Christmas Story from Cloud's Factory was stitched on a 28 count piece of Cashel linen in the color Christmas Poinsettia. It was December Fabric of the Month 2014 for Jodery Designs. All right, so Yuletide Welcome. I essentially stopped working on this because I ran out of like 2 or 3 of the colors, and I had them ordered through my LNS, but in the meantime, until I got those colors in, I started working on something else, which I'll show you after I've shown you this. So, oh, there's a big piece of thread. So this is Yuletide Welcome. I hope you guys can see this. I know the lights are coming through. Oh, you can't really see it, can you? Here, let's try this. Is that better? A little bit. I'll try and bring it a little closer. I can't see, so I hope you guys can see it. So yes, this is Yuletide Welcome. I'll kind of do like a pan over so you can see the whole thing. This is Plum Street Samplers. I love how this is looking on this fabric. I would have to say because of the light, you guys aren't getting the whole gist of it, but oh my God, it's so pretty on this fabric. This is a 32 count piece of, is this Cashel linen? I think this is Cashel linen as well. It's in the color Mama Bear from Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. Oh, speaking of which, I dropped out of my Fabric of the Month club with Under the Sea. Not really because I wanted to, but because I felt like I've been in this for like 2.5 years. I feel like it's time to let somebody else have a chance that's been waiting to get on the Fabric of the Month list. So, plus in January, I'm starting Needlecraft Corner's Fabric of the Month for Picture This Plus. I also still have the Fabric of the Month with Eric from Ship's Manor. And I have Fabric of the Month with Needleworkers Delight. So that's plenty to keep me to keep me busy. So, but yeah, I really like how this is turning out on this fabric. So looks really good. All right, I'll put that away later. So the other thing that I have been working on is Country Cottage Needleworks. I don't know what it is. My brain is not working today. Country Cottage Needleworks, Santa's Village, and I'm converting all of the colors to hand dyeds of my choosing. I'm trying to make it look a little more primitive. This is being stitched on Picture This Plus gingerbread. I want to say this is a 32 count. I believe so. But I'm on the third house, which is the post office or something like that. It's letters. Of course, I have the pattern over there. Anyway. So this is what it looks like right now. There we go, that's a little better. My Ralphie needle minder. So the roof is Tin Bucket from Gast. The window panes are Cherry Bark from Gast. And the right side of the house here is Otter Creek from Gast. I'm not going to take it completely out of the Q-snap because I have it in a really good spot that I like right now, but I will unravel a little bit of it here so you can see kind of what I've done before. So the other two houses, of course you can't see points at a place at all. Of course not. Well, this is Santa's house, so you can see that much. Let me get my, oof, I almost lost everything out of there. Oh my goodness, this is a train wreck. Okay. So this, there we go, is Santa's house. If you're interested in the color conversions I used there, go on my Instagram. I have a picture of this by itself up, and go ahead and comment on the picture instead of commenting here. I think it would just be easier if you're interested in knowing. I don't think, actually, I think I might have already posted the majority of the conversion on my Instagram. So go ahead. My Instagram is the Springfield Stitcher, same as my YouTube. If you go on there, I have this picture and I have a list of the house conversions that I made. The holly leaves and the holly berries and the, like the twig, I guess you would call it, that it's attached to. The leaves themselves are green tea leaf from Gast. The holly berries are holly berry from Gast. And the brown is toasted almond, maybe, from Ship's Manor, I believe. But I am really loving that project. I think I'm actually gonna stick with just stitching on this until Christmas gets here. And then I'm gonna be so Christmased out, I'm not gonna wanna look at another Christmas piece. So I'm just gonna stitch it till that time comes and then put it away. Probably, unless I feel like still stitching on it, but I don't think so. I don't think I will. Because Halloween came and went and I was kind of done with Halloween patterns, which is weird for me to say because, I don't know, Halloween ended. I think it's because during the year I stitch Halloween anyways, and I don't really do that with Christmas. So I think by the time Halloween got here and I was Halloweened out, I was just ready to transition to Thanksgiving or another fall piece or Christmas or what have you. So that's pretty much all I've worked on since I talked to you guys last. I do have a little bit of haul, so if you're not interested in haul, I'll see you in the next video. I actually just got back from Needleworkers Delight. I'm at that place probably a couple times a month. They have sit and stitches as well, so you can go in there and sit and stitch. I've only ever been to one. Normally I either miss when they are or I already have plans on the day that they are. Plus a lot of them, they say you can sit and stitch whatever time you want to. You know, they have time slots from like 1 to 5 or 1 day or 4 to 8 or whatever they are, but they say you can come in anytime and stitch till however late, when the store closes or whatever. But a lot of the time slots are like 1 to 4 or 1 to 5, and I'm working at that time, so I miss out on those ones, but I hope to go back to another soon. So this is what I just got from there. I got 3 skeins of Shaker White, gassed Shaker White, because Santa's Village is just killing it with the Shaker White, which, was my choosing, but still. It's hard not to walk out. Danielle said it perfectly in her last video, her last weekly update. Or was it the last one or the one before, where she went to Needleworkers Delight? And she said it was so hard not to walk out with all the fabric. That's how I feel every time I go in there. I walk out with at least 1 to 2 pieces every time I go. Because how can you not? I mean, their fabric is amazing. And I'm so excited for everybody that's coming to the New Jersey retreat that they're gonna get to experience what the chosen few of us have gotten to experience. You guys are gonna get to, and I'm excited to see everybody's reaction, because the place is really nice and their fabrics are amazing. So the piece that I got this time around is another 46 count. I know, 46 count. Don't knock it till you try it though. I love it. I'm actually really, way back when in my old videos, there is a video where I say 28 count is probably my favorite. Not anymore. I really like the higher count fabrics. I don't know. You have to have an OT light to work on them unless you've got some natural light, but I love them. Anyway, this is a Bergen linen, and this is in the color Meadowlark Brown. It's just a really pretty brown. All right. So I got that. And I've been holding off on so many Plum Street sampler patterns. I'm slowly getting them, but like I said in my last video, I've been spending a lot of my money on my training, and which I'm still doing. So, stash is gonna slow down. I don't know if you guys have noticed all the different angles that I've done videos in my house. My walls are bare. Like, I have nothing on my walls. I have no furniture. Like I have couches, and I have a TV stand that I don't like. It was my husband's. A kitchen table that I don't like. It was my husband's. Dressers that I don't like. It was my husband's. Love him to death. Not the greatest choice in furniture. Or not the greatest taste in furniture, rather. So I'm trying to save up a little money to kind of furnish my house and just make it more homey. Especially this time of year, I just want to cozy my house up. You know what I mean? Because you spend so much time in it in the winter. Nobody wants to go out and do anything. Not if you live in a northern state anyway, so. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I've been holding off on getting this pattern in particular just because I would walk into Needleworkers Delight and I would see so many other patterns, and I'm like, all right, I'll wait. This one will be here. I can get it anytime I want. Well, I finally broke down and got it today. It's Hello Fall. I'm sure you guys have already seen this. I have loved every single one of these that she's made. Probably Hello Fall and Hello Summer are probably my two favorites. I just saw the picture for Hello Winter. That one looks amazing. I would have to say my least favorite is Hello Spring, but I still like it. I'll still end up getting it, so. So that's all I got from Needleworkers Delight. I think I did pretty good. Other stash acquisitions I've received, or not received, but got. I went and picked out a linen to start Barbara Anna Designs All Creatures Great and Small. So I finally went and picked out a linen for that. Oh my goodness, what is happening? So this is also from Needleworkers Delight, another 46 count Bergen linen, and this is in the color Rustic. So I think that'll look really good on there. Every time I go in there, Kevin, he's like, I talked to Arlene the other day, So it sounds like they're getting really excited. So I'm getting really excited too. Even though I can go there anytime I want, it's not the same. All right, the next thing that I got, this was my last fabric of the month from Under the Sea Fabrics. So this is a fat quarter of 28 count opal linen in the color Rosalind. It smells like really clean, like a linen candle. That's what that smells like. So yeah, sadly, that is my last fabric of the month from Leslie. Who knows? Someday down the road I might go back. When I've decided, all right, my turn. Okay, this is from 123 Stitch. I was tired of seeing everybody else get this amazing pattern. I've had it in my wish list forever, and I just thought, it'll be there, it'll be there. And then I saw everybody start to buy it, and I'm like, maybe I should go get that out of there. So this is Theron Traditions Needles and Pins. Emily is working on this right now. Her conversion is so pretty. I love seeing her work grow. She does such a good job with her color choices. This is Elizabeth's Needlework Designs Shepherd's Moon Cottage. These were all on clearance. I mean, the Theron Traditions wasn't, but this was. But the Theron Traditions, I paid $4.50 for that pattern, so. And here were two other patterns I got when, not this time today when I went, but the last time, which was like a week ago, that I went to Needleworkers Delight. I got two other patterns. This is Shabby Autumn Calendar by Corey Baticore. I don't know if that's how you say that, but close enough, I guess. They would probably beg to differ, but it's just really pretty. Reminds me of like the Frosted Pumpkin Autumn sampler that I stitched. So I really liked that. And then another Plum Street Samplers Heritage Sampler. Tracy P is stitching on this one, and I'm sure plenty of others. I love that pattern. There's so many. That woman's a genius, a designing genius. Is that it? That is it, guys. 24 minutes. That's like the shortest video I think I've ever made. Oh, I do have a tag, Amy. She runs Misfit Stitchers on Facebook, and she put out a Christmas/holiday tag that she wanted us to answer in our videos. So number one is favorite Christmas song. I would have to say my favorite Christmas song is probably Baby It's Cold Outside. I have no idea who sings it, but I love the sound of the man and the woman, their voice that sings it. No idea who it is though. My least favorite Christmas song, it would have to be like Little Drummer Boy or something. I don't like that song. Favorite Christmas movie, A Christmas Story. Favorite Christmas dessert. Being an Ohio girl, I would probably have to go with Buckeyes. I am actually, okay. This is gonna be a rabbit trail for a second. So about a month ago, they had a chocolate expo here, and I went with my mother-in-law. I fell on the sword and went with my mother-in-law. And it was actually a really good time. We got, the tickets that I chose were timed tickets. So our time was 5 to 7. Well, the expo ended at 7 and it opened at like noon. So I was like, you know what? Me being the introvert that I am, I don't like crowds. I'm picking the 5 to 7 time frame. Genius idea, because there was literally nobody. The vendors were all still there, but there was no, like, patron-wise, compared to what I'm sure it was at noon, because I heard from other people talking that it was a madhouse. I'm not about that life. I will stay home. Anyway, there was a vendor there, and the vendor's name was The Bearded Baker. They're stationed in New York, but they were selling French macaroons. I had never had a French macaroon. I don't like meringue, or at least I didn't when I was younger, and that is the base of a French macaroon is meringue. So I was like, all right, well, they had samples. There was nobody at the booth, so I was like, okay, I'll go try one. So I tried the Nutella and I tried the rainbow cookie. Oh my goodness, changed my life. Total game changer. So I bought a box, and you guys know that I've, been watching what I've been eating. I've been working my ass off in the gym. I legit ate this entire box of macaroons by myself in one day. Not the proudest moment of my life, but regardless, it happened. And I have been on this like macaroon high, if that's a thing, since it happened. And I actually made my own the other day. I made, if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen them. I made strawberry cheesecake macaroons. So I actually bought more stuff. I plan on making some more tonight after I finish this. Yeah, love them. So maybe my favorite Christmas dessert is French macaroons. I don't know. But my next trip to New York City, I actually was just talking about this last night, will be to the macaroon parlor. Yes, please, one of everything. That's what I'm gonna say when I walk in there. One of everything, please. So yeah. French macaroons. Who would have thought French macaroons would be life-changing? But okay, best Christmas present you've ever received. This may not necessarily be a Christmas present, but back when I lived in Ohio and I was dating my husband, we were living apart. He was living in New Jersey. I was living at home in Ohio. I don't even remember what date it was. Maybe like the 17th of December or something like that. Anyway, I'm sitting on my couch. I just finished breakfast. I was actually watching Nightmare Before Christmas. I will always remember that. I get a text message. I'm talking to my husband. I just woke up, or my then boyfriend, now husband. I had just woken up and I get a text message that says, "Would you like to get breakfast?" As soon as I read this text message, I hear on my door. Yeah, had no idea he was coming. It was amazing. I opened the door and I tackled him, and it was great. Well, what made it even better was, one, he came to visit me and just surprised me. Two, he was staying through Christmas, and right after Christmas we had a cruise we were going on, and that's actually the cruise we got engaged on. So yeah, that was my best Christmas present. I don't think I'll ever be able to top that one. So Worst Christmas present you've ever received? Oh, geez. God, I don't know. Oh, when I was with my ex, his grandparents would hand $10 bills out to all the grandkids. Like, you'd get your name on an envelope and they'd just hand them out. I didn't get one year. So I guess that would be, yeah, they forgot me. So we'll leave that at that. Any Christmas traditions? When I was little, we had a place, and I don't even know if this is actually in Springfield or not, called Ramar Estates. It was essentially just like a housing community that you like drove through, and every year, every single one of these houses in the, shh, I swear to God, this always happens. Like, there's nobody out there, baby, come here. And nobody out there. So every Thanksgiving after dinner, we would go drive through. So technically, I guess it's a Thanksgiving tradition, but we were driving through to see all of the Christmas lights that every single house participated in this. And it was this big, like cul-de-sac thing. Anyways, so I guess that would be a Christmas tradition. My step-grandparents, I guess, my grandmother used to get us advent calendars every year that, kind of like, you guys know in Christmas Vacation, where like they open the doors like on whatever day it is. She would get us those, and there would be a piece of chocolate in every day. So that was a tradition. Oh, and she also used to get these, I'm probably mispronouncing these, Lebkuchen, German cookies, and they'd come in these big metal tins. Oh my goodness. They were amazing. Haven't had those in years though. Favorite thing about Christmas? Oh, probably just spending time with family. I could not give two you-know-what's less about gifts. I don't care. I like to cook, I like to eat, and I like to spend time with my family sometimes. So yeah. Least favorite thing about Christmas, all the pressure everyone puts on themselves to get the perfect gift. That's my least favorite thing. I think people just go to extremes, and it's like, why? You'll get this gift 2 weeks later, whoever you got it for, especially if it's a child, they're not even playing with it anymore. So, do you do any baking and or cooking for the holidays? Yes, please. When decorating for Christmas, do you go all out or do the minimum? I'm kind of in between. Like I said, I don't have any furniture in my house. If I did, I would definitely go more out than what I do. I would do the same for Halloween though, so. I mean, we have a few things. We have the tree, there's a wreath on the door. There's some other decorations actually sitting behind me that you guys can't see that I actually have to, in order to display them, I have to put them under the tree, essentially, to even have a place to put them. So, do you send or receive more holiday cards? I literally have never sent a Christmas card. I wanted to. This year, I actually contacted my wedding photographer because they were having a holiday seasonal photo session type of thing, and we were gonna do it, but my husband had to work, so we didn't get to. Or this year we would have. Eggnog, yay or nope? I could take it or leave it. I like it, but I don't go out of my way to serve it or whatever. Do you do your holiday shopping early or late? I do no holiday shopping. None. Don't do it. I used to for like my nieces and nephews when they were younger. I was that aunt that bought clothes. Sorry, I was. I have very good taste in clothing, so I used to dress my nieces and nephews when they were young enough for their aunt to still dress them and have it be acceptable. I think I just quit doing that like 2 years ago. So now they all just get money, which, you know, they're happy with, so. Who's the easiest person to buy for? Everybody, because they just get money. Who's the most difficult person to buy for? I would have to say my husband. We don't buy each other gifts. I mean, why? If you do, that's great, but we don't. You know, I guess we're weird. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day. We don't buy each other Christmas gifts. I mean, it might be something like, oh, hey, there's a new Call of Duty coming out. That's your Christmas present. Like, something like that. Not like, you know, we hate each other. We don't buy each other things. It's nothing like that. It's just not a thing. We don't put that kind of pressure on ourselves, I guess. Have you ever re-gifted something? Yes. Besides yourself, who's the best gift giver? Probably my husband. He's actually really good. He bought me, the first year we spent Christmas together, he bought me like a $250 Sephora gift card. He got me like a $200 gift card to a spa back home. It was great. Have you ever experienced a white Christmas? Yes. Growing up in Ohio and now living in New Jersey, I haven't had one in quite a few years, but growing up, I can remember tons of them. What is the thing you want most this Christmas? I would love my family to come out and visit. That's what I would want most this Christmas. It doesn't even have to be for Christmas. It could just be just for them to agree, yeah, we'll come out this year, you know, in the summer or whatever. Do you typically stitch gifts to give for Christmas? No. I've crocheted a few things and gave them away for Christmas, but I haven't cross-stitched anything. Do you prefer traditional holiday decor or more modern? Traditional. You know me, I'm very much into vintage. My entire tree is very rustic. Like my garland is like rustic sleigh bells. Have you ever traveled for the holidays? Yes. We've cruised over Thanksgiving before, which was pretty nice. And of course I've traveled home for Christmas before, so. Do you enjoy wrapping gifts? I don't mind it. I don't do it very much anymore because, like I just said, everybody gets money now, but have you ever received a holiday gift that meant so much to you that you cried? Yes, when my husband showed up and surprised me. So yeah, that was all of the questions. On to the paranormal thing. So I just had another family member pass away. She was nothing to me, but, okay, so my aunt that passed away a couple years ago was actually my great aunt. So she would have been my father's aunt. And she's not blood related to us. She married into the family. It would have been her sister-in-law. I know, right? Like, way out there. So yeah, she was really no relation at all to me, but we were very close with that side of the family. Because we spent a lot of the time growing up, I spent with my aunt and uncle. That's why we were so close. So anyway, her brother's wife passed away. Now, this is the same woman who had 3 children. 2 of them have passed away. The first one passed away in like 97, and the second one passed away, how long has Richard been dead now? he passed away probably about 4 or 5 years ago now. That was a hard one for me and my brothers, because once our dad passed away, we just like latched on to him. I don't know what it was. We were just very close with him, and then he got sick and passed away actually the same age as my dad, 46. Yeah, that's like, I don't know. Anyway, so that poor woman, 2 out of her 3 children passed away before she did. And she never recovered, really, especially when Richard passed away, her second child. She just never got over it, and she got very sick. She had Parkinson's disease, and she used to hallucinate. Like, she would think that she was seeing people that weren't there. I remember her talking like she used to see a baby, so she used to spend the majority of her time in a recliner, and she would swear that her mother would be there, and that she would just be holding this baby. She has no idea who the baby was. At least I never heard that she knew who the baby was. But anyway, the paranormal aspect to this whole story. So supposedly this is what happened. Nothing. Her name was Dina. So Dina was adopted by her stepfather. So she was still with her mother, but she was adopted by her stepfather, and did not know that her stepfather was not her father until her and a friend got together and started to play with the Ouija board. And they were just asking it general questions, how old am I? What's my name? And one of them just happened to start asking more serious questions. So Dina proceeded to ask, what's my dad's name? Well, the name it gave her was not the man who she knew to be her father. So she was like, that's weird. That's not his name, blah, blah, blah. All the other answers apparently had been correct. So she went home and she told her mom, she was like, hey, me and so-and-so, we were playing around with the Ouija board. I asked him what dad's name was, and it said blah, blah, blah. And I guess her mother just started bawling, and apparently the Ouija board is who told her who her real father was. She had no idea that she had been adopted by her stepfather, and that was not her real dad. Could you imagine finding out through the Ouija board who your dad is, and that who you thought your father was is not your father? So if you believe that or not, supposedly that happened. So I think that's it for me. 45 minutes, still a decent length video. I will probably not see you guys until end of December, beginning of January. So whatever holidays you celebrate, have happy ones. Just remember to have fun. Don't put so much pressure on yourselves. Be kind to people. Yeah, and in case I don't see you for the new year either, Happy New Year. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you next time. Bye.